Well, then, good afternoon and a very warm welcome to the MSA Stadium here in Shillong. Once again, the footballing heartbeat of Meghalaya as we continue with the Reliance Foundation Youth Sports Shillong edition. It's a 12:15 p.m. kickoff, and we're all set for an exciting under 17 boys clash coming your way. It's Shillong Lajong FC versus Army Boys Sports Company. This is grassroots football at its purest, where dreams are still raw, ambition is fearless, and every 50-50 tackles means something. And Reliance Foundation Youth Sports has become a crucial platform in Indian youth football, identifying talent, providing structured competition, and opening pathways that lead from school grounds to professional academies and even national recognition. Talking about the setting, Shillong, a city where football isn't just played, it's lived. From narrow lanes to packed grounds, this region has produced some of the most technically gifted and mentally tough footballers in the country. And fittingly, we are at the MSA Stadium, a venue that has witnessed countless young players take their first step towards bigger stages. And coming into this fixture with confidence are Shillong Lajong FC. Well, talking about Shillong, in their previous outing, Lajong showcased their attacking quality with a 4-2 victory over Wellington Area Coaching Centre. It was a performance full of intent, quick transition, sharp movement in the final third, and a reminder of the strong footballing philosophy that the Lajong system is known for. Even at the youth level, they emphasize discipline, technical clarity, and playing the right way. And today, they look to build on that momentum and carry forward, get those 3 points in. That's what the head coach would want, that's what the players would want. But standing across from them, Army Boy Sports Company, a side that may be coming off a narrow 3-2 defeat against OM Roy Memorial Higher Secondary School. But make no mistake, this is a team built on character. Army teams are always known for their physical strength, resilience, and never say die attitude. And we saw that in the previous game. They lost 3-2, but they were fighting till the very end. And they did fight for every inch. They stay in the contest till the final whistle. And they have the ability to turn moments into momentum very quickly in a short span of time. If history serves us right, these two teams are going to put an exciting contest in this under 17s boys clash. The fixture promises an intriguing contrast in styles. Shillong Lajong's structured, attacking approach up against the grit, intensity, and the fighting spirit of Army Boys Sports Company. And even at this age group, results do matter, but development matters even more. And RFIS, that is Reliance Foundation Youth Sports, continues to be a vital bridge between grassroots football and elite pathways, giving these boys not just matches, but exposure, scouting opportunities, and belief that talent will be rewarded. And so settle in, because over the next 90 minutes, you are going to see passion, mistakes as well, brilliance as well, and learning overall, all rolled up into one compelling contest. Shillong Lajong FC versus Army Boys Sports Company. This is RFIS Under 17 Boys Shillong edition. Kickoff at 12:15 p.m. live from the MSA Stadium. Stay with us. Kickoff coming up next. Well, then back again in action. 12:14 p.m. Indian Standard Time right now, scheduled for 12:15. Might be delayed by just a bit, but two teams who promise to have an exciting contest. Shillong Lajong in the reds, and Army Boys Company in the whites. It proves to be an exciting contest. Well, Shillong Lajong, they've got the bibs on as well, the bluish bibs. and Army boys in the whitish colors. And you talk about the previous game, it was an exciting contest for both these teams as well as both the coaches. You talk about the coaching, two philosophies, the different coaches coming in, different structures. Likin is the head coach for Shillong Lajong FC. Time for the national anthems.
भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंग विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जल वितरंग तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय है भारत भाग्य विधाता जय है जय है जय है जय 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 है.
Well, always a proud moment to hear that Indian national anthem being played. This is Reliance Foundation Youth Sports, one of the largest grassroots sports development program in India, created with one clear objective: identify, nurture, and develop sporting talent at the school and grassroots level, especially from regions that don't always get national exposure. And right now at Shillong, the setting cannot be better. This is the MSA Stadium. This is Shillong Lajong FC versus Army Sports Boy. Just promises to be an exciting contest. If you look at the previous encounters for both these teams, Shillong Lajong, the recap, they came into today's game on the back of a high scoring dramatic win. They took the lead in the 15 minutes, Rempe scoring the goal. Then they were tested heavily as their opponents struck back strongly. They were leading 2-1 at one point, their opponents, but then Rempe scored a hat trick in the end, the team winning 4-2. That's the lineup for Shillong Lajong FC, the head coach Likin. He's got just three substitutions on the bench, a bit short on substitutes, but watch out for the game. The main man, the number 15, I believe, that's Rempe. And on the other end, Army Boys post COY. Tough match for them in the previous encounter. Lost the game 3-2. The head coach ZV Horin would want to take 3 points today. The number 9, Lem Mintang Wifey, he was the star man of the day. Scored 2 goals. Both the goals for Army Boys coming in through their number 9. Shillong Lajong versus Army Boys Sports COY about to start really shortly. And we're talking about Shillong Lajong, the hat-trick man. That's the number 28, Dabit Skem Rimpi. He scored a brilliant hat-trick in their 4-2 win, Shillong Lajong. A tremendous performance there was. They were playing against, I believe, Lajong. They were playing against the opening encounter. There was a won by them 4-2. Just not remembering the name right now. We'll get into it very shortly. It's about to begin. This is Shillong Lajong FC versus Army Boys Sports COY. It proves to be an exciting contest. Two teams with high pedigree, high hopes as well. And the idea would be to dominate the early possession. Army Boys in their white jersey, starting things off. And initially, you would want to control possession. That's the idea. Just hold on to the ball. Make sure that you have that midfield consistency. The number 9, he's very, very dangerous. Lem Mintang Wifey has already scored 2 goals in the previous game. The second one, a brilliant free kick. And just outside the edge of the box, curled it in towards that far corner. He's a good player, Lem Mintang Wifey. All eyes would be on him. And for Army Boys, the hat-trick man, the number 28, Rimpi. And also for the coaches, Likin versus ZV Horin. The two coaches, two philosophies. And who's going to stand out? That's the question. Well, in the opening few exchanges, in the opening first minute, it's been Army Boys that has been attacking consistently on this right hand side. And I think this could be the first corner of the game. Well, it looks like it. Yes, it is the first corner. The number 2 will rush into it. Spungus Sungbum. A chance for the Army boys to put this ball inside the box from the corner and get something of significance. Well, if they get this opening goal, what a way to start the game at the MSA Stadium. The idea would be to drill the ball inside the box, high and wide, and that's gone inside the back of the net. The opening goal arrives in the second minute. Joy and jubilations all around. What a start from the corner, from the set piece. The goal scored by Milan Dahal. Already an electric start to this contest. Going into the lead, ball coming inside the box. Breaks in kindly and he does not miss. Army boys take the lead. Milan with the goal scored. And there you go. Shillong Lajong under pressure. Right from the get-go. Now chance to respond, and already, if anyone thought this game would be a bit stale, here's your reminder once again. Shillong games are never stale. And when two teams of high caliber, remember Shillong Lechong as well as Army Sports in the previous game, they played tremendous football. Army did lose the game to OM Roy, but they were tremendous in their display of football. Now chance for a corner for Shillong, maybe to change and turn the tide. But this time around, Army boys remerge with the ball, trying to hit on the counter. And they have got the possession, but a silly pass in the end. Shillong unable to get a hold of the ball. As the number 5 was dribbling with it. The ball put inside the box as well. Nothing comes out of it. Shillong trying to get that opening goal for themselves now, which will be the equalizer as well. Probably they did not expect this. I'm sure the head coach did not expect this ball inside the box cleared away. No one expected this. I mean, the head coach, Likin, you would be thinking, what's the strategy now? I mean, conceding the opening goal in the first 2 minutes, it's a challenge for head coaches as well to probably drill in your boys because you cannot get inside. This will be the first foul, I believe. And this will be the first free kick. Chance for Shillong to put the ball inside the box, maybe trouble the goalkeeper. Here comes the ball inside the box now. Maybe a chance to get a head onto it. They do get a head onto it. But nothing comes out of it. Well then, that's the number 9 for Army. He's a key player. Watch out for him. Always into those areas. Scored 2 goals in the previous game. The number 9 is very, very dangerous. He's on the ball right now. He's got that electric feet onto him. Len Mintang Waifi, the number 9 for Army Boys Sports Company. The ball played in as well. Army, they have started this first half on a steamroll. And defensively as well. Shot comes in from distance, pulls the trigger, just goes way too much wide. But no shortage of confidence, even though the shot was off target, way off target. But there's no shortage of confidence in Army Boys. And that's what the head coach wants them. ZB Zorin wants these guys to play their best football. A loss to Roy. Shot once again from distance. This time around, much better. Much closer as well. The number 20 pulls the trigger. Moirang Tham Henari Singh from distance. Bang. Those wishes that required saving as well will be a corner. And that's the danger these boys possess. We talked about it. Army schools, they are filled with passion and courage. A chance now from the corner once again. They scored once from the corner, once again trying to break some havoc. Ball comes inside the box. The danger still not cleared. Well, already the first 7 minutes, frantic start this is. And this is what you expect when two of the best teams, beg your pardon, two of the best teams in Shillong in the under-17 category face each other. This is what you expect. And just the start already settling us all in. It's Army Boys for the last 5 minutes or so have been absolutely dominating. Since the game began, to be honest, they have been dominating. Shillong not able to get a hold on the ball. Plenty of action. And that shot coming in from Moirangthem Henry Singh is just sensational from distance, pulling the trigger. Shillong now. Chance from the free kick to probably just ease down. And that's the number 9 for Shillong. He goes back. Well, a chance for a throw in now for Army boys to find Len Mintang Waifi. Or Len Mintang is playing predominantly on this right hand side. The idea for him is to probably cut inside from the right, take it on his left, or maybe put that peach of a ball in. We all know he's got a good right foot. And needs no reminder, scored a brilliant free kick in the previous game. And tried going with his left now, Len Mintang. Nearly. He found something of significance as well. 8 minutes running on the clock. Army School leading by 1 goal. And Shillong Lajong, they have been absolutely dominated in the first 8 minutes. And not able to break their lines, not able to string some passes together. I think the midfield has to come in. But it's not happening for them. They're just soaking in the pressure right now. And sometimes in football, it's very important to soak in the pressure. They've already conceded one. The idea should be to defend. Just probably try and wait and break on the counter. Be quick. This is good skills on the right hand side. A tackle, crunching tackle coming into picture. And not just the tackle, winning the throw in as well. And so that's a strong defensively organized unit the Army boys have right now. Your credit to the head coach as well, ZV Zorin. Horan, beg your pardon. Shillong once again backpedaling, has to clear his line. 0-1 already, 0-1 the score in the favor of Army boys. And that's the number 17 in front of your screen. Lamjangam Chonglui. Shillong, they've emerged with the ball. Now can they use it to their advantage? Spreads the play and loses it once again. Lin Mintang Wi-Fi releases a good ball. Could be a shot coming in from distance. Could be a shot. There's the shot. The goalkeeper catches it. And that's the danger. Each and every time they get the ball, they smell danger. Danger now. Shillong FC with the ball, trying to create something of their very own. But Shillong losing it. That's been the first 10 minutes so far. Shillong cannot control the midfield battles. And this is what we talk about, dominating those midfield areas in the first 10 minutes. It's been Army boys who have come up roaring, and probably that defeat against OM Roy in the previous game. Remember Shillong Lajong winning against Wellington Area Coaching Center 4-2. At one point, they were leading 1-0, but then Wellington made a comeback, scored 2 goals. Shillong Lajong trailing 2-1, but then Rimfi getting a hat trick. The team finally winning 4-2. We have seen very less of Rimfi though. On the ball, I believe, right now. Shot maybe. Is still going on. Great physical strength. Lays that one. The first signs of danger for the defensive line of Army boys. And this is what Shillong Lajong need to do and keep on doing as well, because for the first 11 minutes it's been a one-sided contest. The attack is coming from the team in white, consistently pressurizing the defense and trying to play that balls behind. And they're willing runners as well. Len Mintang Wi-Fi is just one of the name. Plenty of guys in that team that have the shooting power. We've already seen the goal coming in from the number 4, Milan Dahal. So this team is not built on just one star, Army boys. Anyone can chip in with the goal. Time for a free kick, I believe. Shillong Lajong. And just got to keep the composure, get back in the game, control those midfield passions. It puts the ball inside the box, headed away towards safety, and not just headed away, they will recover possession as well. Army boys composed and calm. Well, the referee blows his whistle, not so sure what's the infringement over there. It pulls the game back. Well, 12 minutes running on the clock right now. 1-0 the score. That opening goal coming in. Millen, the goal scorer. From the corner. Army boys striking first. Is 0-1. Shillong Lajong. They have to find something of significance now. And the idea should be to probably just, when things are not going your way, sometimes the old age football, going long inside the box, try and create some panic for the defenders, could be tried. Because if you're trying to control possession, right now, Army boys too hungry to win the ball back. As soon as they lose it, they win it back, and probably they're a bit panicked right now, Shillong Lejong and the defenders as well. Ball breaks in, kindly chase going on. Does he have the legs to stop it? No, he cannot. Tried really well. Give a full time chase. It's just the ball winning the race. 14 minutes on the clock now. And talk about Reliance Foundation Youth Sports. At this age, yes, results matter, but development is what we are looking into. I mean, these boys getting the opportunity to play in a professional place, games being telecasted for them to go back home, analyze themselves, watch everything that they did right or wrong. The ball put inside the box. Len Mintang was waiting for it. He will get on the ball eventually. Goes on to the number 14 who squares it up for the number 2. Ball put inside the box as well. Looping. Is that an offside? No flag comes into picture. Will that count as a goal? There's the flag now, finally. There is the flag coming in from this referee at the far side. The linesman, beg your pardon. A decent enough ball put in from the number 2. That's Pung Sungram Kameshwar. A good play by the number 14 as well. That's Hao Chinglen Zhu. Hao Chinglen Zhu, the number 14, combining with the number 2. Now, once again, chested in, shot as well. Just always going wide. That's Moirang Tem Henry saying once again. And so easy for Army boys right now. The ball coming in once again from the architect in chief. That's Hao Chinglin Zhu. It feels like he is the creative midfielder in this team. And Moirang Tem Henry saying pulling his trigger wide. And to be honest, in all fairness, never did get a real hold at it. Had to go throughout the laces onto it. Just cupped his shot, skidding just past from the turf. And that's the idea. 15 minutes on the clock right now. There's a man down though, and the physios will rush in. And the number 11 is going down. It's going to get his name soon. Well, never a good sign for a young player to go down this early. 15 minutes on the clock, but I'm sure it's going to be okay. These guys are warriors. And you just saw the head coach of Army Boys in front of your screen. That was Zedwi Horan. Well, that was not the head coach, beg your pardon. For a moment, you thought from the back camera panning in, that was the head coach, but that was the number 2 for Army Boys. That's Pung Sung Bram Kameshwar. Another attack building up, this time from the left. It tries going for a low cross. It just completely missing his target at all. But there you see, the first 16 minutes, everything in terms of goal mouth action, almost everything has been from the team in white. Another ball put in. Shillong Lajong not able to just get out of their line, not able to hold possession. And now they have a chance to break, but surrounded by white bodies, they have lost the ball. This is what you call about high pressing, winning the ball immediately as they lose it. And once again on display. The man loses the ball for Shillong, beg your pardon, for Army, and then wins it back. Eventually, this will be a throw in the favor of Shillong Lajong. The idea should be to probably hoist this ball up. They string in 3 or 4 passes. Long ball comes in, cleared away nicely and easily. Shillong facing their own goal now. This is the pressure by Army boys, led by the attacker Len Mintang Waifi. A good skill this time around though. Turns his man. Calm is sure. But a great tackle from behind us. Len Mintang Waifi. The ball put inside the box as well. He did not put it inside the box. Instead goes for the dummy. Could be a shot coming in. What a save this is. I think he got a hand onto it and the crossbar came into his rescue as well. It could be another shot. Army boys threatening and probing. Is so close to getting that second goal as well. And I think there's the save onto it, that's for sure. And the goalkeeper did enough. Got a hand onto it. But so close to scoring that second goal. The ball once again put inside the box. Breaks in kindly, shoots as well. Another save. And that's three shots now, I believe, that have been on target. One leading into a goal. I beg your pardon, that's the fourth shot on target. Three of them have been saved. The goalkeeper standing up trumps for his team. And Army boys, just relentless pressure. And living up to their name, just standing tall. This has been a masterclass in the first 20 minutes or so. Especially the way they are playing. The intensity, this will be called as an offside, but the intensity on display has been tremendous. That running spirit, wanting to get the ball, wanting to push forward. And that's what you call in football, right? The team, you see, the modern football is very physical. Each and every of the 10 players, now even 11 as well, now the goalkeepers as well. You've got to be physical, you've got to be charged, you've got to be rushing, running. Everyone steps up, everyone steps down. There is no fixed position for anyone. Gone are the days where the wingers would say, I'm going to play up high, I'm not going to track back. Gone are the days when strikers would say, you know what, I'm not going to come back. That's not my position. The teams that do well in modern football is full of runners. And I think Army football, they've got those willing runners in this team. Look how quickly they win the ball back. They lose it and they win it. Now Len Mintang Waifi, I believe, on the ball. He's lost possession though. Shillong Lajong not able to catch a break at all. Not able to get clear of their own half. They have the ball now. Look how quickly he was hounded. It takes a deflection, goes to the goalkeeper. Maybe a chance to just catch some breath. 4 or 5 seconds, just calm down. That's what the head coach would be wanting their boys to do. Lick in. 20 minutes on the clock running in. And still this game lies in the favor of Army boys. Chance to put the ball inside the box. Does exactly that, inch perfect. That's such a vital interception. He was about to pull the trigger. In came the defender rushing in. Got a vital interception. And now chance for Shillong Lajong to create something of their very own. He's turning and twisting, lost the ball. That's been the story. Losing possession very cheaply. Army boys, though, returning the favor. Wasteful pass. And then finally cleared away. Will be a throw in for Shillong. Just talking about the first 20 minutes or so. One-way traffic is how would probably viewers describe this game. All going everything in the favor of Army boys, and they've deserved it. I think they've probably woken up after that defeat. That game against OM. That loss probably challenging them a lot. Army boys losing to OM Roy Memorial Higher Secondary School 3-2. And you talk about that game, right? Army boys. Meanwhile, they experienced a tough outing in the last fixture. They found themselves 1-0 down early, but showed character when Len Mintang Waifi equalized in the 20th minute. A strong second half surge, though, saw Army go down. The OM boys took a 3-1 lead. However, the momentum shifted once again when Len Mintang scored the second goal via a free kick. This could be a chance, maybe a penalty as well. What has the referee decided? I think he has pointed to the spot. This will be a chance for the Army boys to take the advantage, go 2 up in the lead. I'm sure Len Mintang Waifi, He'll feast on these kind of opportunities. And this will be Len Mintang wife. He scored 2 goals yesterday. Chance to score his first today, courtesy of a brilliant, brilliant opportunity. Will be a penalty. And I don't think he's going to miss. A player of his caliber, not going to miss. There it is. He said it, he's not going to miss. Calm and composed, lost his penalty. 2-0 up now, the Army boys. 23 minutes on the clock. They're running away with it. Len Mintang Waifi. He's on a rich goal scoring form. Places that on the top corner. Never in doubt. Always certain. A player of his caliber and quality is not going to miss such opportunities. He's happy, Len Mintang Waifi. He's on a mean streak. He scored 2 goals yesterday, has got the first one today as well. The first goal coming in from Milan and now the second, courtesy of a penalty from Len Mintang Waifi. 2-0 up the Army boys, and probably now you will see them just settling down a bit. They have started really, really well. 23 minutes on the clock already. Shillong Lajong. They need to get something of substance, but there you see the midfielders are not willing to receive the ball. There's just so much individual plays going on, and remember, individual plays. Any team that plays individually will never ever probably win. You got to have those boys coming in together, gelling in together. Where's the midfield for Shillong Lajong? Where are the willing runners? You don't want the ball to come to you. You have to get the ball, receive the ball, ask for it. Good turn though, has to force back and go to his goalkeeper. But that's what we've been talking about. You've got to be willing runners. It just feels like the pressure is too much right now, and not operating in those pocket of spaces. Shillong Lajong. It's never gonna be easy. It's never ever gonna be easy. They're trailing by 2 goals. How do they find something back of substance? I think the idea should be to just calm down in possession. But Army boys continuously attacking. This time around, I think the flag will be raised on that far side. Call for an offside. You talk about the Reliance Foundation, and we've spoken about it. The idea is to identify, nurture, and develop sporting talent at the school and grassroots level, especially from regions that don't always get national exposure. Once again, ball played in. The goalkeeper comes up early, clears his line. Chance for Shillong, but that's a wasteful pass. Len Mintang Waifi pounces onto that one, releases a vicious delivery. Could be the third. Tremendous save. He kept his team into the game. Shillong Lajong. It could have easily been 3-0 for Army boys. Courtesy of that brilliant save. They're still in the game. And at 3-0, I probably will think is done and dusted. I don't want to go too much down. The ball played inside the box. Len Mintang Waifi is everywhere. He's just everywhere. They're passing it to the number 14. The number 14 right now is Hao Chinglan Zhu. It goes on to the right hand side. Ball released in tremendously. No offside flag coming in. Len Mintang Waifi 1-on-1 versus the keeper. Slots it calmly. Gets his second. Army boy get their third. 26 minutes on the clock. It's just too easy for them. It proves to be a one-sided affair. The defense entirely beaten. No one tracking back. They have given up already. And Len Mintang Waifi. Was there ever any doubt? A player of his caliber, will he ever miss such goals? It's just a one-sided affair. 3-0 already. It's just now how much more will they add? Shillong Lajong completely blown away. No competition, no match. 3-0. And well, there's more than one half left right now. Still feels like, this is a dead rubber. Because Shillong Lajong not able to play football anymore. They have just been carved open. And you fear how many more will they concede now, unless and until there's a heroic comeback, which in football we have seen is possible. Remember, yesterday we were doing developmental leagues in Palakkad. There was Kerala and South Zone. There's the zonal qualifiers. South United facing Real Malabar. South United leading 4 goals in the opening 17 minutes. And then came a comeback from Real Malabar. So you never know in football. And the developmental leagues and the youth sports, they do have that habit of witnessing epic comebacks. We have seen that already. It could be really possible, but just feels like Shillong. They've not been able to just gather few passes together, not threatening the goalmouth area for Army boys. And right now, once again, attacking. It could be the fourth one as well. The goalkeeper on this occasion was calm and composed, collects it. And each and every time the team in white a surge up ahead, you feel that there's something coming up. Ball played inside the box. Lenman think Wi-Fi now chasing his hat trick. He was running onto it. He's already scored 2 goals and probably chasing his hat trick in the first 45 minutes as well. Cleared away. But will the defender reach onto it? Yes, he will. Goes back to his goalkeeper. It's a simple football from Army boys, just easing it down, just knocking it, exploiting those spaces. This is the number 2, Pungsung Bam come ashore, plays it to Lin Mintang Wifey. He's free once again. He cuts inside Wifey, plays it one. And maybe the chance now gone begging. And the offside flag comes into the picture. Well, Lin Mintang Wifey, he's enjoying so much space. Where is the defense? And the answer to it is the defense is caught napping. It's just excellent runs behind. The balls being played at free wills. And the organization has completely been challenged. And the head coach has to do something, maybe some changes, like in the head coach. But the issue for them is they've got only 3 substitutions on the bench. As Army boys once again try and launch an attack. In the end, just a wasteful pass. There's the number 17, I believe, Lam Jangam Chongloe. And this could be a counter. This could be a counter for Shillong. They are breaking at pace. Cuts in, maybe a shot. Still going on, will be a free kick, that's for sure. This is a promising position. Well, have they gone on for the advantage? I felt like this is a free kick. They're carried on. Shillong Lajong. Could that have been something that they would have wanted the game to stop and maybe take a shot at goal? Because free kicks and set pieces is what right now Shillong would want to parry on, would want to take advantages of. It's still going on though. A good 1-2, nearly headed away towards safety, will be a throw in. Chance to recycle possession, chance to get the ball up high in the area, and chance to maybe for once threaten the goal mouth. Test those Army boys in the defensive line. Ball pull inside. It breaks in the favor of Army team. And that's what you talk about. Those second balls and those duels. Everything been won by Army. It tries to switch flank. Len Mintang Waifi was waiting on this right hand side. Now I think he'll receive it, though he's left it. And this is Pungsun Bam, who's taking on the outside. Pungsung Bam. Well, for a moment he got past his defender, but the referee says he used illegitimate ways, maybe a bit of shirt tucking, and that's why blows the whistle, pulls the game back. He's an experienced campaigner, the referee. He's done well so far. Let the game flow in the opening 30 minutes or so. Shillong tussling with the ball. Well then, the first 30 minutes or 31 minutes or so has been a one-way contest. Army boys, and fresh from that defeat in the previous game against OM Roy, that would be hurting them, and that's why you see this kind of response. And ball put inside the box, but OM, they're a great team as well, no doubting them. I remember the first match. OM Roy Memorial. That was the 8:15 a.m. kickoff in today's game. And if you look at that, they won against Wellington Area Coaching Center. And any guesses at this final scoreline? It was 11-2. As this could be another chance building up. Len Mentang Waifi just toying around, shoots from his left foot. It probably took too much time. And now the shot comes in from the number 17. In the end, the goalkeeper was comfortable. Lam Jangam Chongloi with the shot. With 33 minutes on the clock. 3-0 the score. Could have been much more. I think they have just eased on a bit, Army boys, that early pressure and probably just settled down. And now you see a bit of calm approach. There's where probably Shillong can try and get one back. If they get one back without scoring, without getting scored the other, at least before the halftime, there's something for them to fight in the next half. Still, the game is not very far away from them. Yes, they've gone down by 3 goals, and typically trying to come back from 3 goals down is a very, very hard mountain to climb. But if they can get the next goal and do not concede till the halftime, I think they would consider themselves to be back in the game. And that should be the idea, because you just feel like Army boys, they have shifted just a bit low into the low gear right now. The foot has been taken off the pedal. It just feels like that. Shillong, they can grow in a bit of confidence right now, try and get those balls inside the box, trying to get those strikers pushing in. Remember, you still got the number 28 in this team. That's Rimpy. He scored a hat trick in the previous game, Rimpy. 3 brilliant goals. So all is not lost for them right now, as this is the number 2, Kameshwar. Kameshwar, beg your pardon, takes him on the outside, loses the ball. Kameshwar, he's won it back, but he's lost it immediately. Great skills, beats 2 man, tries to spread the play as well. Army boys everywhere. Chance now from the left hand side, squares it up. Will this be a goal? Tremendous save. He's kept his team into the contest alive. Could have easily been the 4th goal. And that's roughly on the 4th save we have seen from the goalkeeper. He's keeping Shillong Lajong in the game single-handedly. Its defense probably needs to do a bit more though. How easily they were beaten and carved. One ball, everyone committed forward, no one trying to intercept, and just one pass split open. And once again, point blank save. I'm sure he's caught a lot of eyes. And talk about the vision and philosophy of Reliance Foundation. Youth sports, there's built on belief. The talent exists everywhere. Opportunity does not, though. And that's why the program focuses on early talent identification, structured competition, and equal access across regions. And especially the long term athlete development, as we talk about, not short term results. Because it's one thing to identify talent, it's other to try and nurture them for a long, long time. And that's where the Reliance Foundation Young Champs Academy comes into picture. Reliance Foundation Young Champs is an elite residential football academy designed to develop India's most promising young footballers. And for the long term, that's the vision. Yes, Shillong, if they've got to throw in, they try to clear their line once again. But as soon as Army boys are out of position, they hunt in numbers, they come forward, they're willing runners, and get the ball back. But this time around, Shillong have emerged with it. Chance to put the ball inside the box, nearly finds the target as well. Cleared away. So there's a bit of pressure from Shillong Lajong. And whenever you see those balls being played inside the box, the defense will have a bit of panic. And that's what they need to do. Get the bodies inside the box, and from the wings, from the corners, just get the ball inside and try and someone probably find their head onto it. Because right now, the midfield battle, the possession battle is completely being won by Army. And so sometimes you've got to understand the situation and change accordingly. And that's where I think the head coach has to step in. And probably the idea should be to disrupt this play, trying to get those willing runners forward, trying to beat that defense. But this time around, Shillong could be punished once again, saved. Should be the number fifth save by the goalkeeper, I believe. He's kept his team. Could easily have been 6-0 by now, I'll tell you. Easily 6-0. But he's made sure that he's not just keeping his team in the game, he's also fighting for their name and pride. 37 minutes on the clock. Ball once again put up and over the defense. Len Mentang Wi-Fi. He's chasing his hat trick. Len Mentang squares it out for Kameshore. Kameshore cuts inside. Still Kameshore. Still going on. Still going on. Finally losing it. Just a man too many. Keeping the ball for a very long time on his feet. And remember, if you talk about Johan Cruyff philosophy of football, that's take the ball, pass the ball. That's what Barcelona is based on, and probably what Pep Guardiola, Mikel Arteta, one of the best managers in Europe right now. Their philosophy of football is Shillong Lajong try and break from that right hand side. Growing in confidence slowly towards the end of this first half. Shot taken from distance as well. Well, that will count as an effort, albeit off target, but that's some good signs. Finally, after 40 minutes or so, nearing 40 minutes or so, Shillong Lajong were finding something of substance from that right hand side. Shot coming in. Did not trouble the goalkeeper, neither was on target, but there's some good signs for them. They need to continue doing this. Trailing by 3 goals. Can they get one back before the halftime? That's the question. Because if they can get one back, there will be a renewed intensity and vigor about them. But watch out, Army boys, they are looking for the fourth. Want to kill the game. Shot coming in from distance, up and over. Like the idea, also the audacity to go for that screamer from a long distance out. I think he saw the goalkeeper. He was caught and from a long distance, took a shot and not so far away as well. And so that's a good try. Maybe sending some warning signs to the goalkeeper. You know what? If you leave your line, we are going to score. That's the number 9, Lenman Tangwaifi. Once again, defense splitting pass onto it in a flash. Tremendous defending. This is what you need to do. Put your body on the line. Otherwise, this was in the back of the net. And the goalkeeper, he would be relieved to see his defenders putting that shift. A shoulder tackle comes into picture. It gets his man as well. But Lenman Tangwaifi now is playing as a midfielder. He scored 2 goals, trying to set his teammates now. And each and every time Army boys go on the counter, create an attack, just feels like there's a goal coming, but Shillong emerged with it. But where's the support? The referee has blown his whistle. I think this will be a free kick for Army boys. Beg your pardon, Shillong only. But each and every time Shillong get the ball, the problem is the lack of support. Where is the support coming from? Who's gonna come in and support them? A lack of options, and that's what is hurting them right now. And I'm sure at the halftime that will change. The head coach will speak something, but the only concerning part is there's only 3 substitutes available on the bench. He's not got a big bench today. The head coach, Ting Shin, beg your pardon, that's Laikin, the head coach. A ball breaking on the right hand side. Cannot keep it inside play. Will be a goal kick. 41 minutes on the clock. Army boys leading 3-0. 5 minutes remaining in this first half plus the stoppages. Although I'm not so sure much time would be added. And not a lot of delays, only those 3 goals. Apart from that, just one injury, I believe. There was a man down in the 15th minute. And apart from that, it's been smooth sailing. As Shillong Lejong slowly growing in confidence, but Army boys, they have won the ball back. Army. Defense splitting pass once again up and over. Lenmin Thang Wi-Fi, tremendous pace, nearly. So nearly got his hat trick. Lenmin Thang Wi-Fi, he's got tremendous pace onto him. And then the strength to just tussle with his man, beating him. I'm not so sure whether it was shot taken or wanted to just square it off on that far post. Maybe a shot taken, but fortunately for Shillong, Lajong is still 3-0, could easily been a 5 or 6. 42 minutes running on the clock now. 3 minutes remaining after this, plus the stoppages. We're talking about Reliance Foundation Young Champs, a residential academy in Navi Mumbai, a fully residential, world class infrastructure, education plus football. That's the idea. The development is combined, and players typically enter the RFYC between 11 and 14 and stay there for multiple years, following a long term development model rather than age group trophies. And what RFIS focuses on is technical mastery, tactical intelligence, physical conditioning. There's another break going on. Wi-Fi in the center of the box. This will be the fourth, that's for sure. Another save. How many chances will Army boys take to score the fourth one? As the physios will be rushed in. I think that's a head injury. Lenman Thang Wi-Fi put on a plate. Ball coming in from the left-hand side. Should have scored. That first touch probably a bit too weak. You betrayed him. The ball going in forward. And the goalkeeper had the time to come and make the save. It's been good though. It's been really good. The quality of football from Army, and you would expect that from them after losing their previous encounter. You would expect them to come up boiling and charging, and they've done exactly that. Well then, 44 minutes on the clock. Len Mintang Waifi, he's gone down. Maybe a hamstring injury, but I think he'll be okay. I'm not so sure. They've got substitutions on the bench. Plenty of talents available. Six substitutions on the bench available. So if the head coach ZV Horan, if he feels that probably he's got to protect his star man, he could go for a substitute. But I think Glenn Mintang Wi-Fi is okay to continue. And these boys, they're warriors already. Just under 17 right now, but already playing with tremendous heart. Not easy to go the full 90 minutes, but they're doing exactly that. Len Mintang Wi-Fi once again losing the possession, trying to feed that ball on the right hand side. Just a casual pass in the end. Had to be a bit more serious with it. Well then, I think Shillong Lajong are just waiting for the halftime now. And Lekin, the head coach as well, would be waiting for the halftime. But maybe there's one twist before the end of it. And for a moment you thought it felt just like that. But Shillong losing possession very early and cheaply. Switched in once again for the number 9. It goes forward, finds the defense splitting pass as well. Still tussling on. Is that the number 14, I believe? Still tussling and puts the ball in, but I think that's a thumping challenge. That was the number 14. Hao Chinglin Zhu. Hao Chinglin Zhu. He's a good player. He just has to be careful now. And probably do not hurt himself in the process. Holding the ball for too long. This be a corner. And the usual suspect, Pongsungbam Kameshor, with the corner put inside the box as well. Shillong have cleared their line. And for a moment, you thought there was a chance to break on the counter, but that's the halftime whistle coming in from the referee, I believe. Yes, it is. End of the first 45 minutes. It's been a one side affair so far, and the possession table and the stat metrics will tell the story. The goals coming in, and the goals coming in abundance. Milan Dal gets the goal, and 2 goals for Len Mintang Wi-Fi. That has put Army Boys Sports Company in the lead. End of the first 45. Shillong Lajong nil. Army Boys 3. It's going to be one-sided affair. And the possession metrics will show that roughly around 60 and more than possession, I believe, for Army Boys. And they've got more shots on target. They've created more chances as well. And Shillong, they're completely blown away. They have not been able to play their brand of football that we know about them. And maybe that will change in the second half, that's for sure. And look at the possession statistics. This is what we're talking about. Army Boys, 68% possession. That's monumental possession. Shillong Lajong just 32. Zero shots on target for Shillong and only two chances created. Compare that to Army Boys, six shots on target, two of them, beg your pardon, three of them resulting into goals, and 12 chances created. That's been the story. Shillong Lajong completely being outplayed, at least in the first 45 minutes. Then time to wait for the next 45. Is there some twist in the tale? Or will the dominant team keep on dominating? Shillong Lajong versus Army Boys continues very shortly. Enjoy the highlights. We will be back. Well, right then, we are back at the MSA Stadium in Shillong, and after a dominant first 45 minutes, it's Army Boys Sports Company who lead this contest 3-0 at the break. And the numbers, they tell a brutal story. 68% possession for Army Sports, 6 shots on target, and 12 chances created. Complete control of the tempo, the territory, and the moments that matter as well. Shillong Lajong, on the other hand, have simply not been able to play their natural game. Just 32% possession, no shots on target, and just 2 chances created in a first half they'll want to put behind and completely forget. It all started with Milan Dahal breaking the deadlock from a corner, setting the tone early for Army Boys. From there on, the main man, the number 9, Len Mintang Wi-Fi, took over. Calm from the spot after earning a penalty, and then ruthless once again to add his second, a brace that has firmly put Army Boys in the driving seat as we head into the second half. And for Shillong Lajong, this is now a test of character. They need composure, they need quicker ball circulation, and far more bravery in possession. The talent is there, but the response has to be immediate. One goal can change belief though, but it has to come early. All set now. This will be Shillong Lajong who will get us kicked off in the second half. The referee looks at his watch one more time, and time to begin really shortly. When you talk about Army Boy Sports Company, the message is very clear from them. Stay disciplined, manage the game, and don't allow Lajong a foothold back into the contest. And this is what the team in white will do. They will keep the lines compact, keep the pressure high, and the result will take care of itself. Right then, 45 minutes to go ahead in Shillong. Can Army finish the job, or Shillong Lajong will find a way to spark a comeback? Second half starts now. Shillong Lajong on the ball, kicking off the second half. And the head coach, he would be talking something to his boys in the halftime dressing room. Likin, the head coach for Shillong Lajong. Can there be something of significance coming in from them? Can they find that moment of brilliance? It's not going to be easy at all. And on this left-hand side, the left back, the number 77, that's Noram Delek Singh. And that's also been a good feature of Army Boys. Their fullbacks are playing really high up the pitch, pushing in. We saw on that right-hand side, that was the number 2, Pungsun Bam Kameshwar. He did his job, pressing in really high. And now, on this hand side, this is the number 77 as well, pressing high. That's Noram Delek Singh. And that's a good side. You see the fullbacks as Shillong trying to create something. Ball inside the box. Shot coming in. That's some good sign early on in the second half. The ball was not inside the box, just a bit outside, but that's a good sign. The shot coming in as well. That will be the first shot on target for Shillong Lajong in this entire game, and that comes in the first minute of the second half. As there's a man down, the physios will rush in, that's for sure. If 120 the Indians had time. Remember, when we began in the morning, that was 8:15. This is the third fixture. There would be the fourth game coming in as well. That's scheduled to be 2:15 Indian Standard Time. Maybe a bit of ankle issue, but I'm sure the physios will carry in the magic spray and everything will be fine as well. Because these boys really warriors and not giving up this easily. You talk about the temperature in Shillong right now, 21 degrees Celsius. We began in the morning, it was 16 degree. It's just gone up by 5 degrees. A bit of afternoon sun coming in, 120. So it's peak afternoon hours. Just a gentle winter breeze right now in the country. It's still into January. About to end though, 28th of January. But still, a bit of gentle breeze. But not so gentle in other parts of the country. Remember, we were in Kerala just a few days before. That was yesterday, I believe, and Palakkad. It was hot and humid, 33 degrees Celsius at one point in Palakkad. And considering it's still January, those numbers will get high in Kerala as well. But Shillong right now is cooler compared, and cooler is what Shillong boys will need right now. That calm and cool head. You're trying to get this game back on level terms. They have 3 goals to chase. Not gonna be easy. But 1 brings 2 and 2 brings 3. So the idea should be to get that first one. And they've started off really well in the second half. Got a free kick, trying to just put the ball inside the box. Never easy though. Never easy. Playing against a team that's so strong in their defensive organization. Good bit of play. Army boys now finally creating something. In the second half, though, we have not seen much from them. Yes, only 3 minutes cleared away. Not much from them. It's because Shillong, they have started really well. And probably they need to keep on continuing that rich vein of form. But Army boys emerging with the ball. And now chance from the right hand side to break. Look at the willing runners inside the box. The attack thwarted in the end. Good defensive work. But there you see why this team is such an exciting watch. From that right hand side, when the ball was up and high, look at the left wingers committing forward, trying to get into the box. And that's what we talk about, those willing runners. Are you willing enough? Are you passionate enough to go and get the ball? And that's what Army boys have displayed. And this is the number 29. Dancing and dribbling has lost possession in the end. And still going on though. His team is filled with players that can produce brilliance from anywhere. And that's a switch that we've been talking about. Transitional play from center onto the right hand side. The ball coming in. And that's what football is all about, using the entire pitch, using the width, and once again, up and over the defense, hold the play on his best. It just does not get the intended result in the end. The goalkeeper will collect that calmly. 50 minutes on the clock. 5 minutes have passed by in this second half. Nothing changed in terms of goal scoring. We are still where we were at the halftime break, 3-0, and a substitution. And I think there's a bit of confusion because of the bibs. Number 6 comes in. That's Andrew Son. The number 14 has been taken off. That's Ethan Carles. And with these guys now with the bibs on, the original jersey numbers not being able to be seen. That's why it's very difficult to catch the names of Shillong, Lajong, and the players. But the substitution has been confirmed. Andrew Son will come in. And can there be a change in their fate as well with the substitution? Will be a chance from the free kick, and this is very promising. Because when a team is unable to control possession, free kicks, corners, and set pieces should be your best weapon. Try and put in a decent delivery inside the box, test that back line, test the goalkeeper a bit, and you never know. Bouncing ball, looping in. Here comes the free kick inside the box. Headed away, maybe a shot from distance. Instead, chooses to go back. Shillong Lajong. Maybe you feel the chance is gone now. Army boys will clear their line. And maybe if he's got enough legs, Len Minthang Waifi will keep this into play. He has kept this into play. And there's also recycled possession. And that's what a good player does. He's so strong on that right hand side. He's got the legs as well to run onto it. The cross coming in, maybe a header, leaves that, maybe a shot, blocked away. Well, a collision inside the box. The referee was in a prime position, says nothing, says get up and play on. Just a coming together is what he says. And there's good officiating. And the quality of our officiating has been tremendous in the Shillong edition as well, as we have seen throughout. We were in Kolkata, in Goa, in Kerala, in Shillong, in Manipur as well. The quality has been tremendous. Always these officials are right on cue as there's an overlapping run, finds him, puts the ball inside the box. There's the attack coming in, but Shillong not able to clear their lines. Finally, I think the goalkeeper will gather this. But on the left hand side, the number 29, Soibam Jackson Meaty. He's a lively wire. Is Soibam. I've seen some good players. In Army boys. In typical of Army schools, you would find this. That's the discipline they are built on. That's the character they are built on. The kind of resilience and grit you talk about from these teams. The ball played once again from Lajong. It's just trying now. You can see that there's been a shift in the tempo that halftime talk has come into the picture. It's not easy to beat this defense. Well, chance though once again from a throw in to probably just get this ball up higher the pitch. And I think they have to put ball inside the box. That should be the idea. Just try and play the old school football. Try and test the defense. This is a good break from the left hand side. Goes for the first time ball. The goalkeeper fumbles on the first occasion, gathers it comfortably. 54 minutes on the clock now. Releases it finally well. And Len Mintang Waifi, what a touch that is from that right hand side. He's just so good. And that long ball, not easy to control, takes us on his chest. Roughly on his shoulder, to be honest. And then the ball inside the box is so nearly. It could have been the fourth one. Two more substitutions coming in this time around for the Army boys. The number 99. That's Abhinash, Kom Dramcha Abhinash. And the number 6. And that's Abhishek Sangrola. The two substitutions. The number 77 has been taken off. And the number 27 as well. So Noram Delek Singh and Abram Rumesh Miti. Their race has been run. Two new substitutions, fresh leg for Army boys. And ZV Zorin, the head coach. He wants everyone to enjoy the party right now. But Shillong, they have done well after conceding those 3 goals. In the second half, especially, they have looked a better team. They're finding their passes. Ball spread in nicely. Plenty of space on this right hand side. Would he cut inside? Goes on the outside instead. Is that a clean tackle? Feels like it. Tremendous under pressure. Was there a chance of a penalty? There was. But he got the clean tackle coming in. And that's how you probably defend. Eyes on the ball always. And chance from a corner from Shillong. Ball put inside, cleared away. Breaks in kindly, maybe a shot. Instead goes for the flick. A weak effort in the end. Shillong boys. They're probing though in that second half. Much better. Much better from the first half start. A chance now to break on the counter. There's the number 29, Soibam Jackson Meaty. Will earn a free kick, beg your pardon. Will earn a throw in, I believe. But instead, it's gone in the favor of Shillong Lajong. But what has happened over there is Soibam Jackson Meaty. He has won a free kick. Beg your pardon, a throw in. I've got to get that correct. Probably too much excited about a free kick. But Soibam Meaty Singh, Soibam Jackson Meaty, he thought he could trouble over there, but instead ends up being a throw in. Well, back on the ball, Shillong Lajong. They've lost possession. The number 14 recycles it. Now Chinglin Zhu, the number 14, the creative head of this team. He puts the ball in as well. And for the first time, I've seen maybe Lemon Thang Waifi losing it because mostly he's been in control of possession. His first touch is excellent, the number 9, Lemon Thang Waifi. And well, there it is, the goalkeeper catching the ball, going inside the box, taking his time. Well, the Army boys trying to probe and penetrate, get that fourth one as well. It's been a long time though. They scored the 3 goals very quickly in the first half. And just looking to probably now finally find that fourth. But Shillong Lajong in the second half, they have found something of significance at least. Now, can they make this count? They're holding possession well, drilling the ball inside the box, but cleared away. If they can get at least 1 goal, this game will be open. Still not too far from them, just 3 goals. Well, you say just 3 goals already, 3 goals is a very big lead, but in terms of comebacks, we have seen this possible. It can be done, it is possible, and ZB Horan, the head coach, would want from his boys to probably show in some character, dig in deep. We've already spoke about it, Shillong Lajong. It's a test of character for them. They need composure, and the best thing probably that could happen to them is trying to just control that midfield, trying to go for quicker ball circulation as we talk about, and more braver while they are in possession. Just try and play forward, and trying to play progressive football, and be a bit more calm, rotate the ball early. But there's the danger. The number 29, Shubham Meti Singh, puts the ball inside the box. It could be a shot coming in instead, sets this up and over in the end. Left foot shot coming in from Hao Ching Lin Zhu. A good move though. The number 29 finds himself in acres of space. Shoibam Jackson Meaty puts the ball in. Len Min Thang Wi Fi then sets it up. In the end, Hao Ching Lin Zhu just pushes shot up and over. Another chance though, this time around the number 17, dancing and dribbling. That's Lam Jangam Chung Loi. Ball inside the box, and nothing comes out of it. Shillong Lajong have cleared their line, but given it straight back to an Army Boy team. And they've returned the favor. Now, chance for Shillong to break on the counter. Very poor delivery, that is. You gotta say they are the architect of their very own downfall. This was a premium position for a counter attack. And just not able to hold the ball. But they'll learn from it definitely. Such kind of results will help them become better and come in strong the next time around. This is Shobha Meeti Singh try and take on his man. He gets a solid interception, will be a throw in. And the number 2, Pung Sung Bam come ashore. Recycles it via a throw in. Now chance. Lam Jang Mang Chung Loi puts the ball in. Shot from distance, completely scuffed his line. Never ever got in control of it. Not easy to hit on those running balls. Your lead come on to you. Went for power. Instead, flubbed his shot. 60 minutes on the clock already. 30 remaining. Not much of stoppages, that's for sure. 30 minutes to find 3 goals. It's not impossible. It's never impossible, especially in football. And the good thing is for Shillong, if you're a fan of hoping things, the good thing right now is they have not conceded any goal after that 3 goals onslaught that came very early in the first half, and one of them coming in from penalty. So there's something for them to probably cheer on, that they have only conceded 2 goals from open play. And for all the threatening and probing that Army boys have done, they should have scored more, that's for sure. This is the number 14, Hao Chinglin Zhu. Ball comes inside the box, header as well. And Shubham Meti Singh had to do better. And now just you feel the offside flag was already raised though. It does not matter. But now you feel that probably Army boys, are they taking their chances? Or have they become a bit too complacent? Yes, surely they've got those 3 goals. But you can never be complacent in football. And and for just one instance, if Shillong Lajong can get that first goal from somewhere, maybe a kind break, maybe a penalty, maybe a free kick, something, and they'll start hoping. And right now, you just feel like there's ample enough time to get that first goal. And there's a very good cushion though for Army boys, 3 goals. It's never easy to come back from 3 goals down. They've got a good cushion. Shubham Meti Singh dropping down. Good turn in the middle of the park, spreading the play. This is what Army have done good. They've used the entire pitch to their advantage. Shillong now probing and penetrating, pushing it, pressing really high. It's trying to win the ball early. Well, then, never easy. 63 minutes on the clock, trailing by 3 goals. Especially when you're playing against a strong team with a defensive line that's really well organized. And that's been the difference. Army boys and their defense has been solid, ball put inside the box. A chance for Shubham Meti Singh, maybe. He's running onto it. Will he stop it as well? Just too much. Nearly got onto the ball, but nearly is not enough in football. He gave it a solid chase, though. He's a willing runner. And we have been stressing on that point. And that's the word. Runners. If you've got runners in your team, who are ready to make those darting and marauding runs forward, trying to break the defense, entering into the pockets, you'll always benefit. And Army boys, they've got a lot of willing runners in this team from both the flanks. And once again, a tremendous skill. Just unable to find the man, but that back flick coming into picture. And now you see this team is enjoying their football. And when you see those flicks, those skills coming into picture, you understand this team is enjoying their football. No more pressure. As Pung Sung Bam comes short, the number 2 sets himself for this set piece. Remember the first goal coming for Army Boys, that was via a corner. Milan Dahal converting that into the goal very early on in the game. In the first half as well, another corner coming in, though header. I think that's cleared away. And the number 5 is on the ball, shoots from distance. That's MD Yazush. The linesman on this near side has his flag raised. Will be a chance from the free kick. It's a good position for someone to probably just lace their boots onto it, pack some venom. It feels like it's the number 20. Moirangtem Henry Singh. He's already got one shot on target from distance. So he's shown the potential. He can shoot from wide out. What the idea would be right now, I'm not so sure. Is he going for a shot or maybe trying to put this ball in? The way he's lining up, the number 20 is going for a shot. Here comes a shot as well. It's always going wide. Nice idea though. Really love the intention onto it. But just curving in. And maybe that was the knuckleball technique because the ball was probably just drifting wide. It didn't go for the curler, that's for sure. The knuckleball technique made famous by plenty of players, especially in the modern era. Cristiano Ronaldo while playing for Manchester United, and also Gareth Bale while in Tottenham. And then both these monsters, Bale and Ronaldo, in the same team at Real Madrid. It just felt illegal, a cheat code. And also with Karim Benzema, the famous trio, Bale, Benzema, Ronaldo, BBC. It just felt like they had too much pace onto them, and breaking attacks at their own will. And here's a throw in coming in for Shillong, beg your pardon, for Army Boys. Nothing comes out of it. 66 minutes on the clock, 3-0 the score. All the 3 goals coming in for Army Boys in the first half. 2 goals coming from that man in front of your screen. And there was Len Mintang Waifi, one from the penalty, and one a calm and composed finish. But in comparison, it's been a much better half from Shillong Lajong in the second. They have not been breached so far. Defense probably a bit more organized. And I think they were slow to start in the first as well, the half. And that's where they were been hit and hit twice. And not able to run, not able to find those defenders tracking back, caught up high in the pitch. And that's why they're 3 goals down. Shillong Lajong. It just feels like now 66 minutes on the clock. Still plenty of time remaining though. It just feels like this game has settled in. There's just probably waiting for the players just for the 90 minutes to arrive maybe. But still plenty of time. And who knows, a moment of individualistic brilliance. Some skills coming in, a long shot. Maybe a penalty, a set piece. Who knows? This game could turn on its head. But right now, Army Boy on the attack. Ball inside the box. Another golden chance goes begging. A weak effort. You didn't expect that from Len Mentang Waifi. With the caliber of the player he is. On a hat-trick right now. Scored 2 goals already. But Army just scoring chance, creating chances after chances. It just feels like they'll take their chances. At least one more goal in this game. A good ball release though. No offside flag yet. Shillong creating something, changing the flanks onto the left-hand side. Great touch. Shot coming in as well. This is the response you want from Shillong Lajong. And that's what they can do. That's what they're capable of. Good switch. Finds the runner on the left-hand side. The first touch is delightful. And then releasing a shot from the left foot. Does that hit the crossbar? I think it's gone out of play. And there's a man down for Army Boys. And with this afternoon sun beating in the 1:41 the Indian Standard Time, It's going to be a bit of fluid needed, maybe. You got to maintain the water levels in your body. And playing 90 minutes in the afternoon sun, not easy. Not easy for professionals as well. So you can imagine these boys pretty young in their career right now, just under 17. And I'm sure he'll be okay. That's the number two has gone down. Pong Sumbam come ashore. He's been a top-notch player, playing as a wing back, I believe. He's been on the right as well, on the left as well, playing as those full-back roles. And remember, fullbacks, they need to run a lot in the modern game. You got to be expecting to join in the attack, and then when there's a counter attack building up, you got to get back and help your team defend as well. So that's the role of a fullback. And that's very, very demanding in the modern football. Shillong Lajong once again break from this left hand side, intercepted. The Army boys, their team has been well drilled by ZV Zorin. He's got the boys completely notched up. And one thing that's really impressed me is their work rate. They have been running tremendously well, trying to just, whenever there's a chance of counterattack, men coming back in number, just trying to track back, get those numbers advantage as we speak about, just surrounding and hounding the players for Shillong. And that's worked in their favor. As long as they keep the clean sheet, that will work in their favor. Remember in the previous game, they were facing OM Roy Memorial High School, and they would be disappointed. They leaked in 3 goals in that game, and that was a disappointment, I believe. But OM Roy, probably the best team in the town so far. Their morning fixture, imagine 11-2, a thumping victory over Wellington Area Coaching Center. This is a very big margin of a victory. In Shillong right now, they're trying to just reduce their margin. They're trailing by 3 goals. Shot coming in from distance, blocked away. But they're growing in confidence slowly and steadily. They're trying to take their shots back heel by a poor attempt. And now a break on that right hand side. Tremendous run. Will be a foul, that's for sure. Could be the first yellow as well. It has to be a yellow card. And this is it. The referee obliges. Yes, a reckless challenge on that right hand side. Tremendous break. Burst of pace. Beats his defender. All he could do was just stick a leg onto it. They had to do much better than that, though. A cynical challenge. I just hope the player's okay. Well, right then. 72 minutes running on the clock, 18 minutes remaining of the normal time, and I'm not so sure we'll get much more stoppages as well. There have been a few delays though, a bit of injuries. No goals in this second half, just a bit of injuries. And there's once again a man down for Army boys. It's just gone down. And that's why you say the tackle was not needed. I mean, you don't want a career threatening injury at this young level. Just trying to ease into it. And that also tackle coming in from behind is never ever appreciated by the referees. But I hope he's going to be okay, and he is okay. And these boys, young and warriors, and they will continue. The ball put inside the box. Breaks in kindly. This is Shubham Meti Singh cuts inside, shoots as well. What a save this is! A flying Spider-Man in the goal. That's how you describe this. Shubham Jackson Meti from distance nearly scored the fourth one. What a strike this was. Watch it once again, and then the save. Full stretch, diving in. That's a picture perfect save. You can frame it in, watch it on replays, post it on Instagrams. That's the best save of the game so far. He's kept his team alive. A chance now from a corner. Drilled in. Well, the less talked about it, the better. Out of play from the corner. You should have done much better than that. But credit to the goalkeeper, he's done tremendously well. It's just a Spider-Man, as we have already told it. Clawing, flying in the air. You talk about goalkeepers. There's Subrata Paul in the country, known as the Spider Man, very famous Subrata Paul. Subrata Paul always also been awarded as the Arjuna Award by the government of India in 2016, and he was there in the Reliance Foundation Goa stage. We saw him during the post-match presentation in Goa. Subrata Paul. Was it Goa or Kolkata? I'm not so sure. Maybe in Kolkata. Subrata Paul has ties to Kolkata as well. But nonetheless, a tremendous save. 74 minutes running on the clock. 3-0 the score right now. It could have easily been 5, 6, 7, God knows how much, if not for the goalkeeper, who's been tremendous throughout the afternoon. Army boys once again trying to take their shot. There's appeal for a handball maybe, and the referee, I think, has obliged. Points to the spot. No, he does not. Just outside the box will be a free kick. And this is the exact same position in the previous game, the exact same position from where the number 9, Len Mintang Waifi, scored the goal. And once again, feels like he's setting up the ball. The number 9, Len Mintang Waifi, exact same position. If this goes in, it's going to be deja vu. 75 minutes on the clock. Premium position to go for a goal. It's not going to be easy though, it's too close. But Len Mintang Waifi has already shown us in the previous game. Shillong Lajong. They have a task to defend right now. But Army boys playing against OM Roy Memorial. And Len Mintang Waifi in the 60th minute scored the second goal for his team. A courtesy of a free kick. Here comes the free kick once again, and so nearly. So nearly deja vu from the last game. Len Mintang Waifi just trying to go for the placement, and so nearly found the top of the net. He's a star man, the number 9. So gently just felt like he's placing the ball in the corner. He holds his hand in his head. He's done well though, young man. 76 minutes running on the clock. 3-0 now, right now. It just feels like this will stay maybe the final score, or maybe one or two more goals coming in. So already it's been a goals galore at the MSA Arena. At the first game, 13 goals coming in. 11 of them a courtesy of OM Roy Memorial Higher Secondary School, and 2 of them being scored by Wellingborough Area Coaching Centre as well. And 3 goals in this game. Could have been much, much more. We've already spoken that. It doesn't matter. All it matters is the 3 points. And above all that matters is the development of a player. As there's a ball breaking in kindly. A bit of aggression being shown in the picture. That's always a bit good to see. Well, I should not say good to see. You don't want a fight breaking in, but a bit of aggression is always good to see. Remember, football is a physical sport. It's a contact sport. And in contact sports, there is room for a bit of aggression. And never for a fight breaking in, but aggression, healthy aggression. And exactly, that was a healthy aggression on display. And nothing too ugly between the players, just a coming off. Always good to see. That means the boys want this. No one wants to lose the game. They are fighting for it passionately. And a bit of words exchanged. Always good to see. Well, right then, chance from a free kick. 77 minutes on the clock. Taken from distance. Fired away wide. They're probing, and they won that 4th goal, Army School. Too much power onto that one. Just lacked the decision and the direction. Shillong Lajong now. They've got the ball, trying to play up and over. Look at how the defender's in front of it and the goalkeeper in the end finally coming in. Mostly he's been spectator. I think there's only 1 shot on target from Shillong Lajong. In the first half, there was 0 shots on target. And I think there's been only 1 shot on target. That's been the start The first second minute of the second half, I believe. That was the 47th minute, maybe. And mostly there have been spectators who are not able to do anything. The goalkeeper and the defensive line as well is so calm. Not much attacks coming their way. 79 minutes running on the clock now, 11 remaining of the normal time plus the stoppage. Can Shillong Lajong at least score one goal and play for pride? Well then, will be a free kick, and this has to be a good chance now for them. Just take in, soak in the ball, keep it in well, and try and find that corner. That should be the idea. 79 minutes on the clock. Premium position. Not too far, not too close. And if this goes in still, there would be a very small hope of maybe making a comeback. But this has to go in. If they want to probably stay in this game, this free kick has to go in. 79 minutes on the clock. Here comes the free kick from distance, up and over. No, 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 it's gone away. And the hopes of Shillong Lajong are probably making a comeback also now fading away slowly. It just got too much power onto it. It's a prime position, went into it. A sweet connection, but too much power. The ball was never dipping. And that's the technique, right? You got to get the ball dipping. Never easy though. But that's what these boys will learn with more and more matches. As Army boys now look to break from that right hand side, ball inside the box. Could there be a header coming in? Great goalkeeping once again. Saw the danger early, came off his line, collected it calmly, releasing the ball as well. Good touch. Shillong Lachong. Can they create a counter attack? A marauding run to the heart of the defense goes on to the right hand side. Intercepted. Took too much time. That the body language had to go for the ball. Instead, lets the ball to come to him. Should have taken his time to take the touch in. Ball drilled in from the corner now. Shillong with consistent spell of pressure. And this is good for them. But look at Lin Min Thang Waifi. He does not lose the ball. The holder plays tremendous. And at this young age, he's playing really good. With those balls coming in, you ask anyone who's played football, it's not easy. When you're the solo man, the lone man rushing forward to hold the ball in, and that also a long ball coming in. And that's where Len Mintang Waifi becomes dangerous. Well, the less talked about this shot, the better. I'm not so sure whether he was going for a cross or maybe trying to find that a chipped in ball, trying to lob the goalkeeper. And if he's trying to lob the goalkeeper from distance, probably not the best of ideas. But these boys already feels like the game is won for them. Just enjoying their football now. Shillong Lajong, though, they're praying for pride. They're trying to get at least one goal back, but just feels like little too late now. It's once again Len Mintang Waifi breaking on that right hand side and never tired. Puts the ball inside the box. Cleared away. Well, that was not Len Mintang Waifi, beg your pardon. And now Shubham takes a shot as well. It will be a corner. Shobham Jackson Meaty. Shoibam Jackson Meaty. Yeah, the full name. A great skill. He puts the ball inside the box. A left footer coming in, blocked. It will be a corner. Chance once again to probably threaten the goal mouth area. Once again, a man down inside the box. You'll see that as the time progresses. 7 minutes remaining in this half. And never a good sight though. He's gone down. And maybe they'll need a stretcher. And that's what the referee is asking for it. Calling for the stretcher and maybe a substitution as well. Well, then his race is run for sure. But he's done his job. Army boys feels like they're winning this game comfortably. 3-0. 6 minutes remain after this. I'm not so sure there's going to be any dramatic comeback. Well, it's never too late. And what football is. That's what football has taught us over the years. But just feels like it's a bit too late right now. And three goals. Shillong Lajong, though, to their credit, in the second half, they did try. Eventually, where they're hurting is the shots on target. And I don't care about low possession, and probably I don't even care about those chances as well. But those shots on target, that's the metric that I really look onto. Because if you don't take shots on target, you're not threatening the goalkeeper, you're not threatening the back line, and they're very comfortable. And if you let them be comfortable, they'll come up, they'll stand their line, they'll grow in confidence. And that's why good teams, good coaches early on want their teams to threaten the goalkeeper, taking one or two shots on target, as there's going to be a substitution. The number seven will walk in. The time for substitution, the number 17. That's Lam Jangam Chonglo. He's gone down. He has to be stretched out. That's on the far side is going on. He's going off, beg your pardon. Well then, in the midst of the play, chance from a corner now for Army boys. Cleared away. 6 minutes remaining after this. They still will have the ball with them, this time around via throw-in. Cleared away. Shillong Lajong, much better in the second half. The good point for them, even though they've lost 3-0, feels like they've lost 3-0. I beg your pardon, the game is not over yet. Anything could happen. Will be a free kick for Army boys. But the good thing for them in the second half has been the fact that Shillong Lajong have not conceded any goal. So in terms of clean sheets, in the first half, they conceded three. In the second half, it's a clean sheet for them so far. There's still plenty of time remaining to at least concede one more, but hoping that the second half performance will stay like this, because these boys deserve some credit as well. They have not let Army boys run riot. As the free kick comes in, floated, nearly put into his own net, will be a corner. Well, that's the fine margin. If that would have gone into his own net, we would have been talking about, that's poor defending. But since he's cleared it away, you will say, you know what? That's smart defending. Understood the danger early, cleared it away. Will be a corner though for Shillong to defend. Ball comes inside. A chance to break maybe. But Army boys once again recycle and regroup the possession, going back to their defenders. Look at the skill on display. That's the number 4. Milan Dahal already scored a goal. And that's where we talk about defenders growing and growing in confidence. If you do not test them early, if you do not make them panic early, they will grow in confidence. And once players grow in confidence, remember, football is a mental game. Your legs are only your instruments. You play football through your brain. And once you let the opposition team grow strong in confidence, that means only one thing: they will play dominant football. And it'll be really hard for the opposition then to probably break them down. And that's what happened to Shillong. They have let Army boys play that dominant style of football. But much credit to Army as well and the head coach, ZV Horan, after that defeat yesterday, losing 3-2 to OM Roy Memorial High School. They have shown great resolve. And the way they started the first 20 minutes, that was frenetic. Shillong trying to probably create something, clear away. But talking about the first 20 minutes, Shillong were completely on the back foot. Army boys creating chances after chances. And the best part was that they were running. Everyone was running. A full physicality. The pace of the game was absolutely tremendous. High quality pace as we talk about it. And Shillong were completely blown away. Not ready for that pace. There's some good skill in the middle of the park. He's lost the ball in the end, but good signs. And we talk about Reliance Foundation. It's never a loss. It's always a learning. You talk about the foundation. You talk about Reliance Foundation young champs. Uh, that's very detailed grassroots identification involved in the scouting process. Scouts track players across the RFIS tournaments nationwide. The focus is not only on goals or assists, and that's something that probably is very important when you understand scouting. It's not just goals or assists, it's the first touch, the decision making, game intelligence, as we talk about. It's very important how well you assess the game. The movement of the ball, very important, especially for strikers. And because strikers predominantly, if you just calculate their touches in the game and how many minutes they were on the ball, this is a great scale from Len Mintang Waifi, loses the ball in the end but then recovers very well. And that's what the scouts look for. Len Mintang Waifi lost the ball, but did his part, tracked back, won it back. But coming back onto it, movement of the ball for strikers very important because typically in the entire 90, the strikers would be on the ball. If you calculate it, roughly around 2 to 3 minutes, that's it. Not more than that. Ball inside, cutting in, shot maybe. Just going wide. So movement of the ball, if you watch the best strikers in the world, Luis Suarez, Lewandowski, Cristiano Ronaldo. In India, if you look at Sunil Chetri, and especially JT as well at one point when he was playing for Chennai and FC and the Indian national team, that's the handbook on how to move without the ball, creating those the fake runs as we talk about, trying to confuse the defender, going outside, then coming inside, and then going outside. You never know where the ball is coming. And as strikers, you got to link up with your wingers, with your midfielders, trying to understand the pattern. When do you go outside? When do you cut inside? When do you go on the overlaps? And those are the things that a scout predominantly looks at. And in the end, the biggest point I believe is coachability and attitude. And a player standing out consistently, and not just in one match, is flagged, and then probably the entry to the RFYC, that's Reliance Foundation Young Champs. This maybe they're trying to create some chance. This will be a foul, that's for sure. There was a wrestling game going on, and the referee, well, he says, you know what? Under my watch, you play only football, no wrestling over here. Also, you talk about performance and data, and that's one of the biggest things about Reliance Foundation, especially the youth sports. They use structured evaluation frameworks, and that's the end of the 90, though. In the meanwhile, players shake it out on the pitch. It's game done and dusted. An absolute wrecking of a performance. End of the 90s. Shillong Lajong nil. Army Boys 3. All the three goals coming in the first half. Shillong Lajong blown away. And they've done well in the second though. End of the 90. Ball possession 53% for Army. 8 shots on target. 18 chances created. Shillong 5 chances. 2 shots on target. 47% possession. And they've done well in the second half though. Is the first half that was probably the architect of their downfall. But that's it. This story is done and dusted. Stay tuned with us. 2:15 p.m. kickoff coming up shortly.